Before we start, I have to tell you all to never drink and drive. It's stupid, your reactions are slower, you're gonna destroy someone's life. I know people are desensitized these days, if that's how you pronounce that word, but life is not a video game. You ain't going to respawn. Everyone has just one ticket for this ride. So with all respect, never drink and drive. Hi everyone, my name is Shizuraku. Today we will be playing GT7, and since it's Friday the 13th, I thought we should do some funny challenge. So today I'll get 5 shots of vodka to see how I will be doing driving in GT7 after each shot. It's basically nothing because I weighed like 90 kilograms, but with VR combined it will be a tough one to digest, especially since I have IBS. After the first shot I went for a first round right after, still feeling pretty sober because alcohol had no time to set in yet. I made a mistake at one of the turns which causes me to spin out, and that's why I decided to get one more lap.
If you drink and drive every night, statistically, you're going to be better at it. Am I telling you to do it? No, I'm telling you what it is. If you drink and drive once a month, you're going to be all nervous.
During the second lap I tried to put some nice time without pushing myself too much. This tune was created for Nürburgring, and I was testing it on Nürburgring when I was creating it, so it was my first time testing it out anywhere else. It's hard to control, but with good footwork and some traction control it's pretty fun. The lap time after the second run was 1:39, which isn't a good lap, but this video is hardly about any lap record breaking, so... The second shot of vodka was fired, but luckily in the third run I enjoyed the company of my ghost, so I didn't even realize I drank anything. And I almost sent it too hard before the first hairpin. This turn is extra sketchy. In online, when you're racing here and you're in the back, this is where you will most probably get taken out by noobs. And as I'm racing right at the bumper, fighting for the seconds with my ghost, I realize I'm focusing too much on analyzing my previous line instead of focusing on finding the optimal line for this car. This in the end results in me losing to my ghost by just 1/100 of a second. After the third shot of vodka, it starts with me forgetting which gear I was in before I hit the pause, and I end up revving in lower gear, which immediately cost me some time. But again, why am I analyzing these things when this is about drinking? The problem of this whole challenge was that I was doing a lap and then drank a shot, and after the shot I would straight up go for another lap right after, meaning I was drinking too quickly and the alcohol effect didn't set in properly yet. If you've never drank before, never drink like this. Take a shot and then enjoy plenty of water while talking with your friends, and that way you won't get dehydrated and won't have stomach issues, well, at least not so quickly, and you also won't feel so effed up next morning. So usually when I'm this far behind my ghost, or any player, for example in Assetto Corsa on the Toges, my hunting mode activates and I'll pull some great moves in order to shorten the distance between the cars, and even when I usually don't win, I manage to get closer. That's how a learning is done and experience is gained. But here, with alcohol in myself, I started losing focus without noticing it yet, and suddenly, as if I forgot how this car handles and what inputs are needed for it to drive nicely, I spun out on the last corner. I wasn't giving up though. I turned off traction control completely, as if it was to blame for my lazy feet, and changed brake bias and went for a second try. The angry Miata can be heard roaring as it passes the finish line, which starts my 5th run. Here I'm trying to do a different strategy. Instead of braking too late, I brake too early on this lap, trying with my slowly drunken brain to understand how am I not able to crack the strategy in passing such a horrible time. And as I'm finally passing my own ghost, I once again lose control of the car and start drifting. This is what alcohol does to you. I still can drive and think, but as you see, I'm losing focus without realizing. One thing is focusing on the road, and second on what I'm doing with my feet and hands. Now imagine if you were driving drunk in traffic. Horrible idea. Never do that. After the 4th shot, as usual, I forget which gear I ended up with, and I'm again stuck in lower gear, revving it up as if I was mocking the ghost, which remains unbeaten in this drunk battle. I end up diving too hard, and this makes me wonder, since I've seen people doing this so often, are they all drunk in GT7 daily races? The original plan was to drink 6 shots of vodka, but I ended up changing it to 5 only because of my EBS. I really just didn't want to spend the whole weekend with stomach pains. Amazingly, I do yet another dive, but this time it results in shorter distance between me and my ghost, and right after that I find the line and end up passing my ghost after 4 laps of struggling and 4 shots of vodka. My brain becoming more drunk is telling me at this point that I might actually be driving better when drunk. Haha. Nope. But I do end up setting new best lap in this challenge, a whole second better than the one before. After the final shot of vodka and few minutes to let it set in, I jump in the car and cause my worst crash yet. I don't remember ever flipping a car like this. What the hell? If this doesn't make you realize drinking and driving should never go together, then I don't know. The ghost can no longer be seen as it's somewhere far in the distance, and I'm driving, fighting my drunken feet, trying to make sure I finish this lap. I end up miss-shifting, not once, but straight up twice. And as I finally get into a right gear, I spin out on the next corner, miss-shifting again. I wasn't even that drunk yet, but the alcohol makes me feel tired, as if I was playing for hours already, and my drunk brain doesn't want to focus on the driving so much anymore. Reactions becoming slower and slower, I get into a drift and snapback oversteer shoots me right into the guardrails on the opposite side of the road. So I restart the run and tell myself, okay, I'm going to focus one more time before I can rest. And I end up spinning out again. Now the reason why I was so tired is because this was my 6th day of working in a row, and that Friday I went to the office instead of working from home. Normally at full power it would be maybe different, but alcohol still plays a huge role in fucking it all up. So before leaving I went to annoy some players in online lobbies, like this one dude who was just trying to drift, but I wanted to see it from up close. and the challenge started after I stopped recording, when I laid in bed. Yeah, drinking sucks, and the older you get, the worse it's gonna be, so enjoy while you're young. Hope you've had fun watching, and see you tomorrow.